first things first, I did it. So my journey to 288 is over and completed. It wasn't without its struggles, but I have hundreds of people to thank for this. So this video is a little summary about it, and a thank you to everyone. I didn't get any footage of it. Obviously I was playing golf, carrying my bag, and well, I was tempted to carry my bag. A couple of things happened which I won't be able to, so I couldn't carry my bag, but I'll explain that. But yeah, sort of filming was really hard to do during the actual event, so I didn't get much footage of it. However, there are some pictures I'll throw up, and also they're linked in below. There is a little article I wrote for Hole 19 themselves that will explain everything and stuff like that. So this is a short thank you video.
Minding my own business, minding my own business. In my own little world, in my own little world. Drumming on the table, drumming on the table. Watching all the people dance is fun, watching all the people dance is fun, watching all the people dance is fun, watching all the people dance is fun. I might have a go myself later, I might have a go later, I might have a go myself later, I might go later, I might have a go myself later.
So 3 days before I was supposed to start my journey, I was at work and I happened to fall off the wall and sprain my ankle. At first I thought it was broken, my very first gut reaction, because it swelled up so much, I thought that it was over, but luckily it wasn't. It was only sprained, but that left me in limbo on whether I could even complete this challenge or not.
So I had my ankle looked at and it's not broken, but it is badly sprained. So that happened Saturday night. So I had Sunday and Monday to rest, didn't do anything. I was going to give myself till Tuesday midday to make a decision. I'd let everyone know what was going on, and it was all a bit up in the air at that point. But luckily the swelling had gone down a bit and it was okay to walk on. I had like a trial walk on it on Tuesday morning, and it wasn't too bad, so I decided that I'd go ahead. And whether that was a smart move, who knows, but once I'd started I knew that I was going to have to finish this. I'm not one of those people that starts something and doesn't finish it sort of thing. I was either not going to do it, I was going to postpone it and do it properly, or I was going to do it all if I'd started. So by Tuesday I was happy in the knowledge that I was going to start, so I got everything ready, and Wednesday morning it all kicked off.
And if I'm honest, Wednesday went out with pretty much without a hitch. Obviously, my ankle didn't actually hurt at all, I don't think. Wednesday, my right leg did a little bit, my right knee and sort of hip flexor, they started hurting a fair bit towards the end. But they're sort of injuries and aches that I get when I walk a lot anyway. So that was sort of a given I was going to feel during these 4 days. So I wasn't too worried about those. So first thanks I have to give is to the guys that I played on Wednesday. Danny, Stuart and Stephen. Never played with them before, so it's always nice playing with new people, and they're a great laugh. I know Danny through climbing, and never met the other two before, but they sort of kept my spirits high. It was a good laugh. They're some good golfers. Also big thanks to Stuart's dad who came down, Brian, I think. Sorry if I got your name wrong. But yeah, he came down and drove around in the buggy and was carrying water and drinks and all sorts of stuff like that. And also Danny's wife and family came down sort of halfway through the third round and stopped and had a little picnic on the golf course, which was really nice. It sort of broke up the day nice. And apart from, you know, it being I've wanted to stay in England since 1976 or whatever it was. It was actually a really nice day. It was really good, and it was good to get the first one out of the way. So Thursday is where the real problem sort of started. I'd worn trainers the first day, just because I could get my foot in my golf shoes, but the second day my foot had gone down, so I decided to put some golf shoes on, and they weren't great for my foot. So halfway around the first round, my foot was absolutely killing, my ankle was really hurting. The shoes didn't support my arch properly and my ankle was turning in, and I was in so much pain that I wouldn't have been able to continue the day. So I called it home. Luckily the golf course I was playing is the Here, Wickham Heights. My dad came down with the trainers that I'd worn the day before, and I put those on, and luckily everything was okay. But that day was a struggle because my ankle then was already hurting, and it sort of stayed hurting until about lunchtime. Lunchtime was good, got some food in me, and then sort of everything sort of died down a little bit, and the last 2 rounds were quite enjoyable. That day I played with my friend Lucy Matthews, who is also a Hole 19 user, so don't forget to go follow her as well. And that was just a great day. She's the sort of friend that won't give me sympathy. She'll just tell me to stop being so whingy, which kind of helped because kind of what I needed that day. So that was perfect. And then I had to go to the other side of London. And that's where it got tough, not achy wise, but just tired wise. By the time I got to the other side of London, I had to drive around the top of the M25. It wasn't too busy, but it was definitely made me ache and stuff like that. So by the time I had done that, got in, sort of checked into the hotel, sorted everything out, got everything ready for the morning, because obviously we were up at 4 o'clock every morning to go and start when it got light. It was already about 12:30, so by about that time it was 12:30, and I had 3.5 hours sleep. It took me 15 minutes, 20 minutes to actually get off to sleep, so I had about 3 hours sleep, and then had to walk another 4 rounds of golf with an already achy, tired body. So that morning was a struggle. I was really tired. Friday I was playing with Rocky and Alex from Hole 19. Rocky is a good friend I've met through Hole 19. Alex I talked to and stuff like that, but never actually met. But he was a great dude. So that was good fun. There was always a laugh. Got to play a new golf course that I hadn't played, so Mardyke Valley, which was really nice actually. It was quite bouncy, it was quite flat, but there was some nice little approaches, there was some nice little golf courses, and nice little holes, some risk and reward holes, some good par 5s you could get into, so it kept it a bit entertaining, kept me going. That day was a struggle around towards the end, not because my body ached, but I was just so tired. I'd had 4 hours of sleep the night before, 3 hours that night, so my body was so tired that it struggled to do anything. The pain wasn't an issue, it was just being able to pick a golf club and swing it and stuff like that. So Scott came down also from Hole 19 for a couple of holes in a buggy. He had to work so he can sort of play and stuff like that, but that was a good boost, and knowing that I had one more day left after that was sort of what got me through that day. And then again I had to drive back the other way that night, which was really a struggle because I was so tired. I had to stop off 5 times for coffee in what was supposed to be an 1.5 hour drive, turned out being 3 hours, just because I could not stay awake, so I had to stop every 5 seconds. Got home, got to rest, and I sort of knew that the last day wasn't going to be too bad.
And then it was Saturday, and it was the last day, and I was extremely cheerful knowing it was the last day. It was probably the best feeling I had all of the 4 days actually. Wasn't any pain, wasn't tired. I think the adrenaline was going so much. I was out with some friends that are hilarious to play with, so that kept me entertained. Just absolutely carnage on the golf course. I mean, the golf wasn't good, but was hilarious. Just I can't really remember much of it. It was all a bit of a blur that last day, but it was good fun. Friends complaining that they were tired and stuff like that, and I was like there going, I've done this 3 days before. But it was a good laugh. And then the last sort of couple of rounds, I had Matt Mills from Hole 19. He came down to caddy for me. I had my family there, my brother-in-law, my sister, my dad, my best mate Warren came down, sort of took over Instagram. So if you ever watched any of that, the Instagram live stuff, that was him, which was good. And yeah, so that was good fun. The last day was quite fun. Once everything had passed, the adrenaline had gone, and when I'd got home and rest, then my body just like decided that it was near death and it was over. I couldn't move for the next sort of couple of days, but that was always going to happen. But I'm good now. I feel fit, which was always good. So a couple of thanks that I need to give to people, really, which is what this is about, and I'll explain a couple of other things as well. So golf courses first. Wickham Heights, where I am now. I played here 2 days, so thank you for that very much. Mardyke Valley, where we played on the Friday with the Hole 19 guys. That was a lovely course, nice to play, thank you for that. And on the last day, because I had a club pull out, I had to play Flatcourt Heath, so thank you for playing that, because they had their club championships that day, but they let us sneak out early in the morning. Wexham Park for fitness in during a busy time at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then Huntswood, where I was a member many moons ago, let us play the last 2 rounds there. So thank you to all the golf courses. Without you guys, obviously we wouldn't have been able to do it and raise as much as we did. None of them charged us for anything, so that was pretty sweet. My playing partners, so on the first day, Danny, Stuart and Stephen, Lucy on the second day, third day was Rocky and Alex, and the fourth day was Chris, Dom and Matt. Matt you've probably seen in course vlogs already. You guys, thank you so much for putting up with me for so long, for keeping my spirits high, whether it be through taking the piss out of me or encouraging me or whatever. It helped no end. I don't think I would have been able to do it if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you for all the money you've raised as well, because those guys have raised money individually as well. Thank you for that. Thank you for dragging me along, and thank you for putting up with my infernal talking, singing and general stupidness. You wouldn't be my friends if you couldn't put up with that, so you know what you get with me. But thank you very much for that. Also to the guys that came along and showed their support. So thank you to Stuart's dad. For the first day he drove around in a buggy, bringing water, food and that lot. Also Danny's family did exactly the same during the round. The second day, thank you once again to my dad for bringing trainers and bringing drink and stuff like that as well. On the Friday, thank you to Scott from Hole 19, another good friend of ours. Couldn't play, sadly, had to work and stuff like that, but he came down for a few holes with a buggy, gave us some moral support and was just there to chat and take our mind off what was going on. And then the last day, I've got again, my dad came down, my sister, her husband, Matt Mills from Hole 19 coming to caddy for me for the last couple of rounds. That was a huge help. And also to my best friend Warren, he came down and took over sort of Instagram live for me. So if you saw any of that, that was him probably talking rubbish because he knows nothing about golf. But he came down, so that was good. So thank you all to you guys. Again, without your support, without your good words and stuff like that, we would have never been able to, one, raise so much, and I would have never been able to make it through. And last but not least, all you guys as well. The messages that I got from everyone, all the tweets, all the retweets, all of the kind messages, all the texts, all of the comments on YouTube, everything like that, helped so much when I was doing my journey and afterwards, and mainly to everyone that has donated. It's the whole reason I did this. I've raised around £900 now, like I say, so that is the main reason for me doing it. It was a great fun challenge to do. Next year will be bigger and better. I have a few things planned, so definitely watch this space for next year. But at the end of the day, thank you. Thank you to all of you for everything that you have done. Until next time, peace.